Everything else is obsolete. A square with a horn makes you wish you weren't born every time he plays. But with the square in the act, you can set music back to the caveman days. I've heard some corny birds who tried to sing, but still a cat's the only cat who knows how to swing, who wants to dig a long hair gig and stuff like that, when everybody wants to be a cat. A square with a horn makes you wish you weren't born every time he plays. With the square in the act, you can set music back to the caveman days. Everybody wants to be a cat, because a cat's the only cat who knows where it's at. When playing jazz, he's always welcome after math, 'cause everybody digs a swinging cat. I want you to know, I want you to know. Beware of the square when he offers to share his milk to sip. If he hasn't been tried, I suggest you provide your own catnip. Listen up, I need all you felines to meet me at the front of the stage. Welcome to the Slick Cat Cafe, baby.
Come on.
Welcome, friends, to the Improv Boston Family Show. It's 4 o'clock on Saturday, and it's time for our show, a family-friendly exploration of a story that's new every week, never to be performed again. So thank you for coming, and give yourselves a big round of applause at home or in the chat on Twitch. Make some noise. Let us know you're here. Our show is coming to you virtually from Improv Boston. Although we can't be with you in person, we're happy to be able to come into your home and perform for you today. We know that especially now, there are a lot of great causes and organizations that really deserve your support. If you do have some extra resources for the arts, we would very much appreciate a donation to help us keep going and carry out our mission to serve the community through laughter. You can learn more about it and donate at improvboston.com. Today, as I mentioned, our show is completely live, completely improvised, completely made up on the spot. Making it up on the spot with your help from your suggestions is our incredibly talented Improv Boston Family Show cast. Let's bring them on screen now and say hello. Today we have Joe, Meg, Amy, Bridget, and Marissa. Show them some love in the chat. Give them a big round of applause at home if you feel like it. Today's show, I think we may see another familiar friend at some point in the proceedings. Today's show is not just improvised. It's not just made up on the spot. It will be a show with puppet and other characters appearing. So let's take some time now to meet some of our puppet friends and other friends. I think we'll have some non-puppet friends joining us today. Let's start with a returning friend. I'm always glad to see him. Our friend Apple T. Pear.
Yes. Hello, Stuart. It's good to be back. Yes.
Oh well, it's good to have you back, Apple T.
Of course, Stuart. I've heard you've been up to something in the laboratory.
Well, I'm always up to something in the laboratory.
Yes, you are a doctor and a host. Wow.
I'm
a time to sleep.
I'm a PhD. I'm not a real doctor, Apple T.
Well, I'm sorry.
Today is about art, not science, Apple T. I mean, I love science. But today is all about you and our other friends making up a story. But it sounds like you do have an interest. I know in some of our previous stories, you have portrayed a scientist or a lab adjacent person. Is it an interest of yours, Apple T? Science?
Yes. I've always been, I consider myself an amateur biologist.
Charles Darwin was an amateur biologist. Don't sell yourself short. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
He was an amateur.
Wow.
Gentleman naturalist.
I now have a career aspiration. But one of my recent experiments was I left a jar of mayonnaise in my fridge for 5 years, and I was researching what grew from it.
And what did grow?
Something gross.
Well, hypothesis validated, Apple T. Good to see you again, and looking forward to seeing what you try out for us in today's show.
Happy to be here. Cheers.
Let's say hello to a new friend, a friend we haven't seen before on the show, Sally Station from Krusty Station.
Hold on.
Yeah.
She's a little scared. Hold on.
Okay. First time jitters. There you go.
Hello, Stuart.
Hi, Sally.
Thank you for having me. I am indeed Sally Station from the underwater land of Krusty Station.
Wow, it's a pleasure to have you, and thank you for being here, Sally.
Yes. Thank you. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get a little scared, but I'm working on my stage fright or Zoom fright.
Zoom fright. Well, there's no better way, I hear, than to get exposure to what scares you.
Oh yes, that is what they tell me.
Yeah.
I'm working on that, Stuart. And
well, we're happy to be a part of that process, Sally. Sally, in addition to your fears, I hear you have a dream.
Yes, Stuart, I have a dream that I will one day be able to have human legs and walk amongst the land, amongst the humans. I haven't worked out the specifics about whether I would still be a lobster on top and human legs on bottom. I don't know about the specifics.
Anatomically, it's not going to be simple. Obviously, humans have an internal skeleton. Yes. Crustaceans have an external skeleton.
Yes,
but
thank you for the reminder, Stuart.
A dream wouldn't be a dream if it were easy.
So true, Stuart.
Yes, thank you. I, for one, am pulling for you, Sally. And I hope you make that dream come true. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you bring to us in your inaugural family show appearance.
Thank you, Stuart. See you soon.
Let's say hello to another returning friend, our old friend Barbara Barely.
Let me just wake her 1 second. Barbara. Oh, hey, everybody. Is it time to start the show? Sorry, I was in
It's-
hibernation.
It's time, Barbara. It's not to hibernate shame you, but it's maybe a little late in the year for hibernation. It's June there, Barbara.
You know what I always say is that hibernation can happen at any point and any time.
Well, it started out for the winter, but these days you're right. I guess it's me that needs to think a little bit more open in a little more open-minded way. I sometimes I wish I'd been hibernating for the past 6 months.
Well, I tell you what, if you were, maybe you would have dreamed like I did.
Well, how did you dream, Barbara?
I had a lot of dreams about eating ham and cheese and Swiss sandwich.
Specifically, ham and cheese and Swiss.
That's right. And there wasn't any mayonnaise, which was upsetting, but that's okay.
And now that you're awake, have you made your dream come true?
Well, I just woke up to it, so
Oh, that's right. That's right. You wouldn't have had time, but maybe after the show.
That's right. That's gonna be on my first agenda is to make a big old ham and cheese Swiss with mayo sandwich.
Yeah. Well, I hope Apple T's story didn't put you off the mayonnaise.
What story?
Oh, that's right. So problem solved. Forget I said anything, Barbara. Looking forward to seeing you again soon.
See you then.
Let's check in with another returning friend, rodent of mystery, Gruyere.
Gruyere, rodent extraordinaire at your service, Stuart.
Gruyere, as returning fans know,
Mhm.
no one knows whether you are a rat or a mouse.
No one knows. And there are other options, of course. There are more
That's
rodents
right.
than simply mice and rats.
There's gerbils, there's hamsters,
Oh, yes, the kangaroo rats.
kangaroo rats.
Yes.
I
So
think
many of
voles are
us.
rodents.
I believe you are right. Yes, I've never met one, though. Perhaps one day I shall have the
Ah.
honor.
Well, I think it's a class rodentia. So there's a lot of options, and it makes you a very mysterious rodent.
Yes, just the way I like it.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't have it any other way, Gruyere. Gruyere,
You are a
what-
man of mystery yourself, so you understand.
Yeah. Well, it's not maybe such a deep mystery.
Oh, but science.
Science is always a mystery.
Yes. And you dive into that mystery.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe I'm a simple man with a mysterious profession.
Yes.
And you, Gruyere, what have you been up to in your world of mystery?
Oh, well, of course, I have been searching for some of the mysteries of this planet, like the Fountain of Youth. I may have found it.
Oh yeah,
Yes, only time will tell. How do
You-
I look?
young actually.
Yes.
You actually don't
Evidence.
look you don't look a day older than the last time we saw you on the show. So perhaps perhaps you have found that Fountain of Youth.
Perhaps I have.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed on that and look forward to seeing you in our show today.
Of course. And wait till you find out what it was filled with.
Oh, I can't wait. We've got one more. Actually, we have two more friends, but one more friend for now. Another returning friend, Oliver Bilby.
Hi, Stuart.
Hi, Oliver. How are you today?
Well, I'm a bit fatigued.
Fatigued. Is there a specific reason for that, Oliver?
Well, I'm just trying to keep the old muscles spry by stacking wood in my yard.
Ah, and it's obviously good exercise because you're tired at the end.
Well, yeah. Oh, I'm going to sell the wood too, so I can buy my dream pontoon boat.
Your dream pontoon boat, and elaborate a little bit on that. Is it specifically the pontoon aspect of it? Is there something that a location you can only get to on a pontoon boat, Where's the pontoon? Where's the pontoon boat dream coming from?
Well, I love the ocean. As you
Yeah.
know, I'm a former pirate. Well, I was
Yeah.
actually the bookkeeper, but technically a pirate.
Still
I love the high seas.
part of the organization.
I am. I just get a little seasick.
If you're flying under the Jolly Roger, you're a pirate, as far as I'm concerned.
Thanks. We're on the same page.
Yeah. So you love the ocean, and now, as opposed to say like a clipper ship or a schooner that might be a pirate ship, you're going for the pontoon boat.
Yeah, I like the way it looks, like the aesthetic.
Yeah, it's a great aesthetic. Well, thanks,
Skipperoo.
Oliver.
All right.
And we're looking forward to seeing you in the show soon.
Why, thank you. Tally ho.
Thanks for coming by, and see you soon. And finally, we have one last character, a new character. I'm very excited to have him here with us today, because he's radical. He's now. I think the kids are gonna love him. Cool Wizard. Cool Wiz. Cool Wiz. Hey, Cool Wiz. Cool Wiz. Cool Wiz. I know this may be a power move, Cool Wiz, or a technical glitch. I'm not 100% sure which it is in the moment. I'm gonna vamp for a little while. Cool Wiz is a cool, hip, up to the moment wizard. Cool Wiz is back.
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I'm too cool and I upset the whole space-time continuum with my cool magic.
It appears that was the case just now. Cool Wiz. Glad that the space-time continuum is back more or less in its original shape. Thank you so much for being with us, Cool Wiz. It's so great to have you.
The pleasure's all mine, Stuart. I'm a big fan.
Really?
Stuart,
That's so
Stuart,
kind.
can I get some magical emojis in the chat, please? A bunch of cool magical emojis in the chat.
Yeah,
that's technological wizardry.
Technological wizardry. It's remarkable, Cool Wiz, and I love these emojis.
Those are for you, Stuart. You deserve it. You're a magician of the science.
I've got sloth. I've got fish in distress.
Each emoji is a story.
Many of these I did not know existed. I just want to call out in particular. Let's see. One of our Birchman. Somehow intuited that you it's Keul, and actually Birchman was close.
It's CKEUL.
So that's just how cool you are, Cool Wiz.
I mean, that's what my parents named me.
Right, but you live up to it. You've grown into that name. And thanks, Cool Wiz, and thanks to everybody who contributed a magic emoji. So those are our characters today. A lot of dreams, a lot of characters with dreams, which I love. To get started with our story, I'm going to need 3 suggestions in our Twitch chat. And for the first suggestion, I'd like to get a relationship. A relationship that's fraught with emotion, like Tooth Fairy and Tooth, or mythological creatures from different mythologies. Let's got some great relationships in the chat. And for our second suggestion, a place of power, a place of majesty, a place of danger, a place that can be any kind of a place, but a place where something important happens. Got a lot of great places coming in. And finally, a lot of great, a lot of big fans of haunted places, as usual for our show. It may or may not be haunted, but I want to acknowledge the love that our audience has for the haunted world. And finally, an occupation that is packed with drama, excitement, wonder, and mystery. An occupation that you would like to see a little bit more of. Some great occupations coming in via the chat. Okay, well, thank you to our fans at home for all these fantastic suggestions. I wish I could use them all. We'll see only a few of them. We're going to start with a suggestion from our friend Birchman, Myth and Mythbuster. And let's see our friends Apple T. Pear and Oliver Bilby, inspired by Myth and Mythbuster.
Yes, as you can see, this is where I keep my unicorns, and this is where I keep all of my Pegasuses. This is where I keep my swords in the stone.
Whoa.
Yes.
You got a collection.
I do. It's a hobby of mine, collecting the things that are fantastical.
Oh my gosh. You've captured all of these mythical creatures and the sword and the stone?
Also captured. That stone is holding those swords.
Well, it's a matter of semantics. I'm a little nervous.
Well, you are a magical creature, being a pirate without a ship, and I was wondering if you would like to live here on my estate.
Oh. Would I have to leave my life behind?
Yes.
Would I have to leave my pontoon boat dreams behind?
Yes. I don't have a lake to have a pontoon boat on. I'm just asking you to, be part of something, bigger.
Bigger than leaving a deep freezer full of freezy pops behind?
Well, the thing about my estate is, hold on, let me lift up this rug. This is a freezer full of every ice cream you could think of as imaginable. I want to take care of you. I want to make sure you're safe and that you're protected from this world.
Well, that sounds enticing, but what about my mom? I want to see my mom.
Hold on. Let me lift up this rug. There's a phone. You can call her.
Call her?
Yes.
I mean, this place is pretty spectacular. I want my mom to come see it.
That'd be nice, though. Thank you. I set it up for people to be here. So, there's a good chance that she'd be very impressed and proud of you for being here. I care about you. The world is a dangerous place, and I just want to be able to protect my friends.
So you're friends with all these folks, unicorns?
Of course, we play poker every night.
Oh, I'm more of a pinochle guy myself. I've always wanted to learn how to play poker.
Well, we got a chair open and we're starting at 7:30.
Poker has been on my bucket list. I'd still like my mom to be able to come and visit here. Maybe she could play poker.
Of course, I'd be happy to teach her.
I may have to bring my lawyer in, the family lawyer in to draw up my list of contractual. What?
A lawyer! Decisively unmagical.
Decisively unmagical?
Yes! I've amount of times lawyers have tried to shut me down. The law.
Wow, it looks like the law and magic don't get along. At least in Apple T. Pear's mythical sanctuary. But maybe we'll see how that plays out in the future. Our friend Loaf the Wonder Bread for a place suggests the Tower of Pisa, which may or may not be haunted at the discretion of our performers. Let's see our friends Gruyere and Sally in the possibly haunted Tower of Pisa.
Oh, Sally.
Oh. Gruyere, I've never been on land.
Welcome. We are so glad to have you here.
What an amazing wonder this is. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, and I hear that inside this tower.
Oh, I hope it's not scary.
It could be scary, but it could also hold the key to your wishes. If you can go inside, if we can go inside together and face our fears, our deepest wishes could come true.
Gruyere, what are your fears?
Oh, I fear ice cream. I fear snakes. And I fear loneliness. Most of all.
I disappeared for a second there. I got so scared.
I felt so lonely. Were you trying to make me face my fears already?
No. I got scared about hearing your own fears that I thought it would bring out my fears.
Oh.
Can I tell you what my fear is?
Yes, please share. I'm listening.
It's that I always stay exactly the same. That I never grow and evolve. And I know I have to get over that. Jeez, you see how leaning that tower is? It's really leaning.
It's leaning even further. My gosh, it is leaning past the ground. The earth is... What is happening? What is happening? Oh!
It's leaning so far.
The leaning ghost. It is the leaning ghost.
The leaning ghost.
Oh.
Do you haunt the tower?
It does. It is the tower.
The ghost is the tower? Is that what you said?
Yes, I think the ghost is the tower, and the tower is the ghost. The ghost of the fears of all who have come to visit it.
Whoa.
But Sally.
Yeah.
I need you to know that I am afraid too. But I am less afraid because, look, you are already evolving and changing.
I am?
Yes. You are on land. And you
I am.
Look, you're standing up straighter already.
Ah, look at me.
You're glowing.
See my smile.
Sally. Oh.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa is already working its magic, seems like. And I'm sure we'll see how things go with our friends Gruyere and Sally later on in the show. For our last set of our last suggestion and our last pair of characters, we
Did you say pair?
our last duo of characters. Thank you for being on top of that, Apple T. Our friend Sparrow Songs in the chat suggested as an occupation soul thief. So with that as an inspiration, let's see Barbara Bearley and Cool Whiz.
All I'm saying is that I just feel weirdly drained after coming here and having a nice leg of chicken with you.
What can I say? I have some really cool conversations that's very draining. Here, have another glass of apple juice.
Okay, don't know why you keep feeding me apple juice, but
Because it has vitamin C, vitamin A, and iron that keeps you feeling cool.
That's interesting. Why do I suddenly feel cool like a bar of iron?
Because you are a bar of iron. Look at your hands.
Huh?
That's right, they're turning into steel. The coolest alloy.
Oh, goodness gracious. I think I'm transforming into something different. Hey, everybody. I'm Cool Bob now.
That's right. Yes, you are. Cool Barb.
I need me an axe, guitar, and a hat that I can wear backwards.
That's right. Well, let me go back to my back room where I keep all the spirits. Hello, uncool Barb.
What happened?
I stole your soul and replaced it with a cooler version of yourself.
Oh no, I like being uncool. I like collecting pencils and caring a lot about sci-fi television shows.
If I hear you talk about Battlestar Galactica one more time, the most uncool show, I don't know what I would do.
It's important. Well, why are you doing this?
It's a good question. I've always been uncool before I became cool. They gotta make sacrifices to become cool.
Sacrifices like making people cool without asking them?
Yeah. You're still here. But just there's now another version of you out there.
Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know what I'm gonna do about my cactus collection.
What a lame thing to have.
Wow, it's a long dark night of the soul for Barbara Bearsley as she wonders, how can she be cool and get back her soul and keep her uncool interests like science fiction and cactus collecting. I think we see one of those cacti right now. So we've got a lot of deep stories here. We've got change, we've got growth, we've got change that maybe is in the opposite direction of growth. We've got facing fears. We've got security and risk. A lot of heavy stuff, which I love. in the chat, friends at home, we're going to see all of these things, all of these themes, and all of these stories as we proceed through the show. I need you right now to tell me who you would like to see first, whose story you would like to follow first. The Mythical Sanctuary of Applety Pear and Oliver Bilby. Do you want to see Sally and Gruyere at the Leaning Tower of Pisa and see how Sally is growing and changing in the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Or would you like to follow our third narrative that we've just seen? Cool Wiz and Barbara Bearley, or maybe I should say Cool Barb, navigating how to be cool versus how to keep your soul. Oh, Loaf the Wonder Bread, it is a hard choice. I don't envy you, friends at home, for this choice. Let's see what we have in the chat. We'll see them all. Okay, I think we've got some sentiment for Cool Wiz and Cool Barb, let's say now, and specifically the Cool Cactus Collection. I love that. Let's see Cool Barb with the Cactus Collection. Trying to reconcile the idea of being cool with the idea of having a cactus collection.
So, Barb, I've been thinking a lot about Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica, and I wanted to run some theories by you.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Wait, goodness gracious?
Yeah.
Barbara, you always want to talk to me about... You don't want... Okay, so here's what I was thinking. Okay, toward the end of this
Hold on
series...
just a minute, okay? Maybe you can try on these Ray-Bans I bought, huh?
Will it make me look like I should be I should be an admiral? In a Battlestar? Did you get me a part of a costume? Barbara, that's amazing.
Listen, we're starting to be a little too different, you and I, Cactus. You like your nerd shows and you like your theories, and I like cool glasses and drinking Monster Energy drink.
Well, I thought you could like all of those things and still and I could even like these Ray-Bans. I mean, they do filter out the sun, and I need a lot of sun, but you could like all those things and also still be my friend.
Well, I don't know what other people would say if they saw us hanging out together. They might think that I'm like some sort of cactus collector.
You are a cactus collector, Barb.
Shh.
I mean, why are you shushing me when I'm just... I've never heard you talk about caring so much about what other people think before. This is new, Barbara. Maybe you're right. Maybe we are getting to be too different.
Maybe you're just not radical enough. That's
Barbara,
it. I'm going out.
What happened? What happened?
I learned to like the skateboard.
The skateboard, the number one enemy of cacti. Oh, Barbara. How could you forsake me?
Wow. It looks like the stress of being cool has strained the relationship of Barbara Bearley, or Cool Barb, as I guess I have to remember to keep calling her, and her cactus to its limit. it's a stressful situation. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But I would also like to see happier days of the Barb and the Cactus when they were really more on the same page and liked the same things. Let's go back in time a little bit and see them enjoying a less cool and perhaps a more contented life.
All right, I brought the Earl Grey. Let's discuss Harry Potter Theoretical Book 8.
Oh, that is my perfect day. Oh, you know me so well, Barbara. Guess what I brought?
What?
I brought scones.
Oh my god, don't tell me they're almond scones.
Oh, they are almond scones, and I made my own rosemary butter that we can slather on top.
Cactus, I don't know what I would do without you. You're the most amazing friend ever. I would give you a hug if I could.
Wow, you're the most amazing friend ever, Barbara. Everyone else, look, when I was in college, I used to make my scones on Saturday mornings, and my roommates, they wouldn't even eat them. Sometimes they'd take a bite, and then they'd just throw them away, and it made me so sad, because I put a lot of love into those.
You know what I always say is, it's the thought that counts.
You know what? You're right. It is a thought that counts. Thank you, Barbara.
You're welcome. I'm always happy to be a friend.
It's just so nice to have someone where, I don't have to worry. I can just make my scones, and we can talk about the theoretical 8th Harry Potter book, or about mythical creatures, or about acidity in soil, and you just embrace it,
And speaking of mythical creatures, I'd like to follow a story thread we saw earlier in the show, the mythical sanctuary of Appletea Pear. And as you may recall, Appletea was very, very concerned about the prospect of that sanctuary being breached by an attorney, the family lawyer of Oliver Bilby. But I think Oliver was insistent on bringing the family lawyer to poker night. So let's see that. Let's see Mythical Sanctuary poker night with Oliver and Appletea and the family lawyer.
Oh.
Hey, I'm here. You called for the family lawyer. That's me, Bixby Bagsby.
Bixby? Oh, my.
Yeah, I'm here.
This is my mom.
Oh, hello. What a pleasure to make your acquaintance. You think we would have met being the family lawyer and all, but I understand sometimes you don't like to get too close with your lawyers,
Oh, well, Oliver's always been so independent. I mean, he went off to be a pirate when he was, 17? Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Oh, believe me, I brushed up on all the nautical laws I possibly could, so I could be ready to protect him at any moment.
Well, you are just a wonderful professional and, dare I say it, friend. And are you going to get one of those full flushes or, what do you call it, a 3 of a kind?
Oh, hold on here. Did I hear the word friend? I'm the lawyer. I'm not supposed to be a friend. I can't get too involved.
That's why I don't like lawyers, okay? I'll say it. Because I tried to be I had so many friends leave me once they went to law school, and they all became not my friend. Because I'm for professional reasons, deciding the bar, all sorts of stuff.
I'm sorry to hear
having
that.
A problem over there?
Well, Appletea is a professional as well, and he treats me like the mythical creature I am. I just want you, Bixby, to really help make this work for me. And thank you for insisting that my mother be able to join us for poker night.
Oh, yes. I'm all about bringing the family in. We got to have everybody involved. Listen, Appletea, you got a problem with lawyers, and we're gonna have to talk about that. How do we get to the next phase in our agreements if you can't get over the lawyer thing? I know. I've heard it all before. Believe me, I'm a professional. Why? What? Come on, stand up straight. I don't conduct myself in this way with people lying down.
I'm just tired. I'm just tired.
Wow, Apple T is having some trouble adjusting to the presence of a lawyer. One thing that I'm kind of interested in is our lawyer Bixby Bagsby is completely unfazed by being in this mythical environment. Let's go back to the time that explains, a previous encounter with the world of the mythical that explains why Bixby Bagsby is able to take a menagerie full of mythical creatures so completely in stride.
Regular day. Oh, hey.
Oh, hi there.
Holy moly, are you a dinosaur or what?
Oh, are you making such a big deal about it, huh?
Oh, my God, sorry. I didn't know I was living in Jurassic Park.
Hun, you're living in a new world. Everything is possible here.
Well. This is, I got pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I'm, Bixby Bagsby. What's your name?
My name's Diana Ward. I'm here to introduce you to the land of fairy tale adventures.
Is this like a Christmas Carol situation, but for mythical creatures? Am I, Ebenezer Scrooge or something?
I'm sorry, I'm not aware of the Christmas Carol that you speak of.
Sorry, it's of the regular non-mythical world. We'll get into it later. Just sorry, I'll let you take the floor. I'm used to taking the floor because I'm a lawyer. Yeah.
A lawyer? You're a lawyer and you came to Magical Fantasy Adventure Place?
Oh, well, yeah, I was here to meet a client, and next thing I know, boom, you popped up in my face.
Well, lawyer, let me tell you about this place. And a one and a two. Well, we've got elves and we got unicorns. We've got magical wizards, oh Lord. We've got all kinds of things you can see. And I tell you one thing that you better believe, it's a magical.
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 And you better believe. I'm Diana Roar. Welcome.
Wow. Can't follow Diana Roar. As we leave our flashback of Bixby Bagsby, stunned by the artistry of Diana Roar and her backup crew. I was intrigued by the idea that Bixby Bagsby was going to the land of mythical creatures to meet a client. I think that client was the ghost of the Tower of Pisa, the ghost who personifies and is the literal and figurative spirit of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So let's go back to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, where Sally and Gruyere, I think, will learn what the fears and dreams of that ghost are and how they might relate to Sally and Gruyere's fears and dreams.
Ghost of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, please approach.
Oh gosh, I'm scared.
I know, it's okay. The ghost is probably just as scared of us as we are of him.
I'm very scared of making a social faux pas.
Oh,
I feel like I'm too close. Is this weird?
Oh, you're just the right distance from me, at least.
Perfect for me too. I like to get right up close when I meet someone for the first time.
Yes.
So do I. I thought that was weird. Oh, finally someone who gets me.
No.
That's why I lean away, because I feel like I'm too close to everything. So I just have to lean.
When Greer and I first met, Greer touched my my whiskers and I touched his. That was how we met. So
Oh, like hold on. You like walked around the corner and then like bumped whiskers or something?
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
That's exactly how it happened.
Yes. Exactly. And we knew from that moment that we were friends and that we needed to help each other.
Wow, that's the same thing happened with me with the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I was just a tourist one day, and I came here and I walked into a building, and I became part of the building.
Whoa! Did you?
You morphed with the building?
Yeah.
Did you come here as a tourist to tell your fears to the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
Yeah, I heard that it was a place that a very good thing you could talk to, and I was telling how I was just afraid of messing up when talking in front of people and meeting new people, and then I tripped because I was so awkward, and then I morphed into it. So I've been listening to people ever since, and I like helping people.
That's so beautiful.
I think it sounds like you have social anxiety, and believe me, a lot.
Boy, do I!
Oh yes.
Social anxiety. I hide behind my claws.
Yeah, it was weird. When I was younger, I used to be, I came here. I was fresh graduated from wizard school, and I was backpacking around Europe, and then just one day, my soul went into this building.
Oh. I know that I seem very gregarious to many people.
Greer
the gregarious, yes, and I am, but I also get nervous sometimes. That, well, what if people just leave me? You know, what if I'm not gregarious enough, or what if I'm too much?
Oh, I get that so much. Yeah. It reminds me of the end of season 1 of Battlestar Galactica. I never get to see the end of it because I get trapped into a building.
And
it's so.
As the ghost of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, in the way of Battlestar Galactica fans everywhere, went into extended detail about the show and how great it was. We'll leave them for a moment and pick up a thread that our ghost mentioned. Before becoming the ghost of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the ghost was a student and then a graduate of wizard school, where I think one of the ghost's classmates was our friend Cool Whiz. So let's go back to wizard school, where the now ghost, formerly wizard student, and Cool Whiz were talking about their fears and dreams and what they hope to use their magical powers for in the future.
Ah, boy, what a possibility of being a world for possibilities. Oh yes, I know. I'm excited to be here. Hey, Wiz, yeah. Did you catch the end of Battlestar Galactica? Oh boy, did I. Oh, it was so good. Yes, it was so good. Yes, I can't wait to see season 2. Isn't it weird that we go around and we just obsess with this show so much, and that people don't really like to talk to us because we're all like, hey, so say we all. Oh, I know, but at least we have friends and we can be who we are. I know. Don't you just wish that, once we graduate from this magical place, that we can be popular, have the magic of social acceptance, Oh, I get that. I get that. But I'm just happy. I'm happy you're my friend, Wizard. I really am. I hope you never change. Well, Owl P Ghost. I hope you never changed too. Oh.
Wow, a poignant foreshadowing in our friend Owl P Ghost's name of their later fate as a ghost. And as we all do in life, they did change. Cool Whiz became super cool from being a more of a I'll say a nerd. Let's own that term and be proud of it. We've got a lot of characters struggling with the fear of not being cool, the dream of being cool. There's, I think, maybe not uniquely, but certainly one game that sits on the border of being cool and being a nerd. You have to, think and reason and calculate risk, but it's also like a nerd would, but also be cool. It's got a cool reputation. It's a game that sits at the border of fears and dreams. You've got the fear of losing all your money, but the dream of great wealth. Of course, the game I'm talking about is poker. A game of fears and dreams, a game of being cool and being a nerd. Let's see all of our friends, Cool Whiz, Cool Barb, Sally, Gruyere, Leaning Tower of Ghost, of course, Apple T, our lawyer, and Oliver, sit down at the poker table in the mythical sanctuary and see if they can work things out and find a way to be cool and also be authentic.
Well, I tell you one thing.
What is it?
I don't want to be cool if it means that I have to hurt my friends.
Hear, hear. Yes.
Hear, hear.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, I also agree.
Absolutely. You gotta learn. It's not just about being cool, it's about being you.
You hear that, Cool Wizard? It's about being you and not being cool.
While we're at it, I'm going to see your 5 pennies and raise you a dime.
I'll raise you a quarter and say that, Cool Whiz, I think that I have my soul back, and I'm here to proudly say I like Battlestar Galactica.
So say we all.
So say
say
we all. I like that show too. That's a good show.
And as our friends play their game of poker and enjoy good fellowship into the night, having successfully navigated the important life question of being true to yourself, and as opposed to trying to make other people think you're cool, I think we can all take inspiration from their struggle, their lessons. Let's thank all of our characters and say goodbye, and thank all of our wonderful Improv Boston Family Show cast members who brought that story for us today. A special thanks to our technical wizard, also magical, but not mythical. He's very real and he's completely indispensable. Matt Laidlaw, bringing the video to all of us and all of you at home. Thanks to all of our wonderful friends at home for your suggestions and your contributions in the chat. It makes it so much fun for us and very special for us to be with you virtually and enjoy the show with you in real time. that's our show. Thanks again for joining us, and have a good day.
Yeah, I could feel the sun shining. I could see the stars aligning. I know that it's perfect timing. I could feel my heart beating. I could feel the love peaking. I know that we're gonna need it. Just keep that smile up on your face, 'cause everything's gonna be okay. Just sing along with it. I know somebody love me. Someone be trying to hurt me. Road is getting bumpy, but it's gonna be a lovely day. I know you're feeling lonely. Someone be trying to hold me. You can't be acting grumpy. It's gonna be a lovely day. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 lovely. It's gonna be a lovely day.
I've seen too many days like this. Hope you know that I dream. And you wanna cry 'cause we both need love. But I know today's gonna be a little different. Let's stay close. The sun keep blinding me. I don't know what you've been told, but we both know glitter don't make gold. Some's what we always told, but we both already know how that story goes. Let's make time to make some. Let's dream a lie to chase some. Let's love hard to say some. And don't forget it gets better. Just keep that smile up on your face.